threshold for, oh man, for Storm Surge. 1,338 damage above the threshold. Until it's down to 30 players in the top left corner of your screen, folks, Storm Surge will apply damage ticks to everybody that's still in until it's down to 30, or that is everybody that's below the threshold, the damage cutoff. So you have to make sure that you're dealing as much damage as you can. Alberto here, only 80
this guy's
above.
Barely above, but lucky for him, he's just outside of the threshold, so he should be okay here. Alberto, 2 Rift to goes. 3 Shadow Bombs. He's got everything he needs to kind of play for placement here. You might as well at this point, and that's why he's choosing to just rotate, not necessarily firing at anyone. Just notice the holds here. Now he's going on defense. Holding builds, keeping it nice and calm. If you don't fire back, people are going to start targeting you, and that's kind of what's happening here. So
2 rifts. So the 1 of 2 Shadow Bombs remaining. Gonna have to almost rotate through the sink. Dodges those with ease. 149 total. He's dropping just above. Oh my gosh. The landing there lands right on a ramp inside a tower that is 2 floors up. Drops in, build, quick double edit, falls into the player. Tactical shotgun, easy clap.
that's respect right there.
So fast.
No hesitation. Saw the opportunity, took the wall. That was the perfect scenario for him to be in. It's also going to allow him to upgrade that loadout. We'll see how he fares off in a little bit here, but now hopping over to Wheels, who's repeating the same rinse and repeat here. You want to just get to the zones. You want to be careful too. Guys, when your Shadow Bomb is ending, if you're standing still, your silhouette is just there. Players can see you. I've seen players get punished in the past.
Oh, and he got it.
My God.
It was a teammate too. WBG on WBG violence.
Cannibalism.
You hate to see it. Wheels. Oh man, the reaction time there. If you get rifted up and you have an open slot for reload in your combat shotgun, there's a little the little gimmick you do right now where you quickly spam reload and shoot at the same time. And
I wonder, do you have to aim at that point?
Oh, bro, yeah.
You just hit what's in front of you.
I've seen shots. Yeah.
Like, that's the real question.
I've seen shots miss. Because they're right on top of each other.
Yeah, they hit all the time.
Very, very accurate there.
I haven't been in a situation to pull that one off, but man, I think one highlight happened last weekend, and ever since, it is just... They've taken the play and added it to the playbook.
Pretty much everybody had their eyes on that and said, oh, okay, I guess this is how we're going to do things. And it just literally, we had one, I think it was yesterday.
Said, oh, these casters love that. Let's do that, dude. That's the highlight.
We had one yesterday where a player went for 2 back-to-back and couldn't quite get it to happen.
Crazy.
To try and, it was literally the last player who had 70 HP, just picked him up twice with rifts. And
look.
He tried to do it again. He's trying to find somebody on the drop-in, man.
How crazy is that? But does a hard dive down. He's landing right on top of another fight here. What's going on up top? Appa Whip, Wheels still in the game. C-Dub, Triggy. So many combat shots just traded off, and Noberto won all of the
Bro, he dropped in, and then literally everyone down on the bottom with him is gone now.
Yep, that puts him right up to 3 elims. Here comes Wheels, just kind of making his way down. He's got to pop this slurp juice, though. Look at his health right now. Not sure why he's holding on to that, but it doesn't matter. It pays off because that fall damage is going to help him out tremendously. He takes some in return. Can he win the trade? He does. Didn't need the slurp juice after all.
Nah. He picked his teammate up, lifted him up in the air, took that elimination, multiple eliminations after that, Wheels, the victory royale. A crazy set of builds here. I love looking at these things afterwards, but what really matters is the play-by-play there. Every single strategy, and if we could, Zeke, take us through what you know.
Well, Dr. Lupo, the only thing I know is you're incredible. Thank you guys so much for casting. As always, you guys are amazing, and of course, I agree. The fossils are a great story that tells what all went down in that game, Sundown. Now, I know you've pulled some clips for us, so what you have to show?
So we're gonna take a look, and the theme of this one is Galaxy Brain, putting that mental to the test and seeing what you're able to do. So first, Trashy picks up the low ground elim, and now 1v1, Aiden on the top, and he pops the shadow. Aiden heard it, and he goes to look at him, but Trashy's just like, I'm in the zone. I got the bandages. I'm good. Aiden goes out a little too early. Trashy is able to pop off the mini and then just turn back. Aiden spends the whole time looking for him, and Trashy just gets the nice, easy elim going. Had the heavy sniper ready, but now on board here with AU's Mankin. Looking for the shot first, finds pocket right out of the edit, and then drops right around the side. But keep an eye on what he does here. Dropping down, loops around the side, finds synergy kicks, out into the storm. Now uses the shadow bomb and drops all the way around and just stands. He's just standing, waiting, flanks back up around to the tree, puts him on the mid-ground tarp. So everyone else now is fighting, and he gets this entire space to himself, picks up Clockstick, and the siphon is enough to push him over the top. Brilliantly done. And Saf here now with the Galaxy Brain 2.0, aiming way back into the storm with the tactical assault rifle. Cool guys don't look at explosions or falling players. Z-Fakey going down there, and then Saf going to work with what he does best, finding his angle, picks up Cryptic, and the Galaxy Brain play to get high ground control. That was the only other player who could have possibly contested him. Slump goes down, and look at what he has in the loadout. Has bandages, has 100, can wait this player out. 8 more builds going through there. Starts hearing shots going, and just controls the high ground out. Can't fire off, bandage commit to it. The second it ticks over to 74, that is how you win a heal off. Those are the little things you have to do right. And you know what? Big brain Saf right there.
Big brain Saf. Now, of course, we're going to take a look at the standings, see how things are going. Now, again, guys, this is it. The final standings, or the final day, excuse me, of final spots of the
Saf, Domo, Rex, Deuces, Spectro, Maximo. That's basically Fortnite West in a nutshell, minus Aiden and Sean. However, we got a little bit of South Korea invasion going on. We talked about it at the start of the show. Metacino and Envy are playing in Canada this week, and last week as well, playing on NA West. And right now, he is 1 point off that qualification spot. Like, it would be such an incredible effort out of him if he can get one on foreign soil.
I mean, keep in mind, though, he does have 8 games played, so does Saf, right? So Spook and Harrians have a little more wiggle room, but again, it's going to come down to the wire.
It's down to it anyway. These guys, their game management time is right about there. The queues are getting towards the end of it, and I mean, we're about to find out who our last 2 players are.
Well, let's get back into more of these games, as of course, we're going to hop back over with the boys that are going to continue casting your games. Gentlemen, back your way.
Thank you very much, Zeke and Sundown, for your analysis. For some reason,
Dude, that board is so close, that top 10.
Yeah, it's scary.
Anyone's game
It's
right now. I would say if you're in top 25, I'd put it that close. You're in contention right now.
It might even be deeper than that. You never know, because we've seen, I mean, we saw, what was it, Mega dropped a 20 elimination
Oh my gosh, yes.
in finals the last week. You're really going to go that big? Like, it's anybody's game. We do have just over 15 minutes left for NA West. If you're trying to queue, get your games in. Pay attention to the clock. Very important. We got Phil in an adorable Easter onesie. Ain't out here, 2 eliminations.
You know, one of the coolest things that Epic Games, like Fortnite, started
no,
doing
this is sorry, this is like a Christmas winter onesie. My bad.
the reskins, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have something, and you get more for what you already own. That's like the best thing.
As Courage would say, yeah, eat dab. Luchador, top left, pick it up an elim. We're down to 39 left. Moving into the 6th circle, combat shotgun. Screaming for it, finds it. Are you kidding me? Flip-flop goes down 12 miles away with the epic combat shotgun.
And then
Big
people
damage there.
want the normal pump back. I don't know, man. I think it's, you can put up the argument right now. The combat kind of dubs on the normal pump in almost every situation.
Unless you're in the same box. Unless you're in the same box. Yeah, if you're box fighting.
Which I'll be honest, I'm more of a box warrior. I'm way more of a box warrior. I just don't have. I don't playground, I guess, as much as you said. You know, I don't do all that flashy.
You trying to tell me you don't crank 90s, Monster? I don't believe that for a second. I've seen you.
Crank 180s, bro.
That's
Backwards. I like to go down, and I just wait at that
okay.
point.
Weird flex, dude, but okay. I see you. Bertsack goes down inside the box. Speaking of boxes, box fighting. Legendary combat shotgun in the inventory of Phil.
But even then, I'll just pose this and then I'll let the topic go.
Oh, gosh,
even in a
here we
box
go.
fight, dude, the combat is disgusting. You don't even have to swap over.
Oh,
you just
Reddit
bop,
is
bop,
going to
bop,
pick
bop,
this
bop.
up and run with it, dude. You got to be careful.
Hey, this is two sides of the road here, all right? Respectfully walk with me here. Let's have this talk.
Respectfully follow me.
Follow
My
me,
child.
youngins. Let me show you. Show some numbers here.
I understand what you're saying. Both weapons, they have their caveats. They are powerful within the wait. Barban did a reset and side edit on that pyramid so fast.
See, he's doing full 180, 360. This is me. I don't 90. Do those, dude. Just build everything.
Protective.
And honestly, though, that he just dedicated a lot of material to setting up here.
He did indeed. It might pay off though. He picks up an Elam or two, rotates through the material.
Oh
Look at the
my
shots.
gosh.
Non-stop applying pressure with a swap between ARs, the combat shotgun from that distance.
What
is
other weapons can
insanity.
do that? See? Point proven.
Touche. Well, your comment was in regard to box fighting, though, brother. Hold up. Slow your roll for a second.
All right.
Harrian's in there.
Barber's doing a really good job here. If you invest that much and then it turns into Elam, I say worth. But there's a platform. There's actually a dropship right above him. Unfortunate for him, he's going to have to give up the high ground because of it. The pressure was coming down, so lands in with someone. It's his walls.
No
okay,
trap,
manages to
apparently.
save himself.
No, he does have trap. Why is he not trapping?
He's just toying with him, you know? Protects left,
Bro,
protects right. Comes back around. Hello.
Okay.
It's all his
He got the
now.
elimination, but he owned both walls. He owned all the walls, it almost looked like. Could have played a trap there. Multiple sides to pick that up.
Just passive.
All right.
Maybe he thought, what if he doesn't own it? The trap, the tempt, be the hesitation and gets you eliminated?
What? He knows that he owns it. He was editing the wall.
At that point.
He was literally editing the wall. A baller almost flies inside the box. He's sitting inside right now. Tons of builds, not a lot of metal, but it is late game. No reason to hold on to those too much, and goes for the launch pad play to go for high ground lands.
Gets caught.
Literally exactly where he needed to challenge this. He might actually pull this off.
Ooh,
Quick build.
ooh,
Gets both
ooh.
walls. Here's the traps, brother. Dropping down inside. Shots back
my.
behind. The quick
Okay.
and the flip.
Let's go,
Are
Barman.
you kidding me?
Representing.
An immediate bludgeon.
He likes to be up here.
Well played,
How
Barman.
fast was that?
That stupid fast. That you look, Google it. Stupid fast. That's a real term.
It happened. You saw it. We commentated it. Barman's in it right now. Frags lands right on him. Is he going to fall victim as well? He's got the mats. He can do this.
Literally landing on a high ground platform, taking a play out of the book of Barman, it looks like, from literally just moments ago. Drop down, layer down just a little bit.
Kind of
into
interesting.
this last circle.
He knows the player above him, Frags, has got RPG, but he's got redeploy, so...
And a shadow bomb, just in case.
Like, he can totally get down, but if he goes down, then you're at the mercy of the rocket. If you stay up, you're burning material. That's the play.
Lands boxes up, Frags. If he still has... There it is. RPG's coming down.
he gets
Barman
hit.
takes a big hit.
Shadow Bomb comes out, use it to get up and over the mountain. Someone rift to goes. This is gonna distract Frag for a second, maybe to look up to the high ground. Can Barban get over the mountain?
It actually was the sound that went off, but it didn't actually occur, and Barban stuck in a 1v1 as Frags has the ultimate high ground and a rocket and a shotgun and all the time in the world. No builds, but it doesn't matter. An epic victory royale for Frags, sitting at 14 points right now.
Worth, though. He got his highlight.
Now, we only had an opportunity to catch just one little game. We're going to pass it back on over to Zeke. We are almost done for the day, so don't leave. I'll know.
He will always know, and he always does, in fact, know. He constantly spits out names of people that have left. He actually does know. Now, Fortnite fam, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here in the final tail end of NA West. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a short break. So what you need to do, get up, use the bathroom, get a drink, get some snacks, and come back, because we're going to catch the tail end of NA West, and we're going to be punching tickets to the final. So we'll see you guys after this 5-minute break.
But in the actually qualify qualified, it's actually such a relief, such a big achievement, and something I've been working for almost a year now. It feels really good.
I think it's one of my biggest accomplishments. It's just a massive, massive pool of people.
You need to be so incredibly proud of your son being one of the best, one of the best solo Fortnite players in the world.
It's still hitting me like slowly.
I was literally just laughing. Like, I was laughing so much.
Wow, I won $50,000 guaranteed, and I'm going to New York.
Yeah, gonna 50,000. Oh,
There you go.
As a kid, this is basically all you dream of.
The hype's really real.
It's a game I can compete in, and I think that's why I have so much fun in it.
I'm incredibly grateful for Fortnite for giving me the opportunity to just pursue gaming and how many friends I've made through this game.
Thank you for everyone who believed in me, because I honestly didn't really believe in myself.
It's gonna be so fun. I love it.
It's awesome. Thanks, Fortnite.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we are going to talk about shadow bombs and their impact on competitive play. If you haven't had a chance to use the shadow bomb yet, it is a utility consumable that drops in stacks of 2, and you can carry up to 6 per slot. When used, the shadow bomb grants the user invisibility, move speed, the ability to double jump, and the ability to wall jump. Shadow form lasts for 6 seconds, but will remain active after that window until the user touches their feet on the ground. We've seen shadow bombs already have a huge impact on some of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers.
Can he hit it? Oh my gosh! He hits it! You freaking legend! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's hear what some of the players who have already qualified for the Fortnite World Cup final think of the addition of shadow bombs to competitive play.
I think with Season 9, the shadow bombs are a perfect mobility that has its downsides and upsides if you use it right.
I mean, I think shadow bombs are very balanced right now. They're a really good way of getting mobility considering they're an uncommon item.
I feel like they're a really good addition to the game. It's as good as a Rift to Go, maybe even better in my opinion. You can get your position wherever you want to, especially end zone. People don't expect it.
A little bit of HP left. You're gonna pull it!
It's a must carry. You know, when that zone pops and you're super far, you can pop a shadow bomb and just get to the next zone. It's great. I love them.
Shadow bombs are amazing. Like, I reckon that's like one of the best things they've brought out so far, because you could just sneak into someone's box or like get high ground or like go low ground without taking damage.
There's moments where people clutch up, like very end game, like they might not have mats. And the Mr. Savage play where there's a hill and you went up it with the shadow bomb, it was just crazy.
They've got to go up the side of a mountain, and it's shadow bomb time. He's deciding to take storm damage. Yes. Mr. Savage! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! What a play! The best shadow bomb use I've ever seen. Mr. Savage M rising to the top of the mountain.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. What's the best way you've used a shadow bomb? Send us clips using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Or maybe not, if you're in shadow form.
Week 9, Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. We're looking at the end of literally what has been 2.5 months of players working, competing, practicing, scrimmaging, and playing out of their minds as much as they can. Because right now, for NA West and for everybody here, this is the culmination of everything we've done thus far. The last day, Sunday, today, we have 2 positions in NA West that will qualify, make their way to New York City, punch that ticket, which for some reason the board doesn't like me. We're gonna still see who might make it. Pika has dominated thus far in NA West. The entire time today that he's been out there has held that first place position, but that might not be the case. We will see. It's still anybody's game. And to close out today, I need 2 casters of legendary proportions. Zekimus Prime and Courage JD.
Man, today is all about complimenting. First, Sundown says that I'm an amazing caster. Now, Dr. Lupo with the generous, kind words. Don't look at me, Lupo. No. Oh, he's saying you're wide. Anyway, what's up, Courage JD? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm feeling really good. Excited for these last few matches here at NA West. You know, while we've been giving the players a lot of props, I want to take a moment here because while the other casters may not feel this way, I'm looking at you, production team, and people behind the scenes. I thank you for your hard work and dedication these last 9 weeks, and without you, this wouldn't be possible. I don't care what Zeke and Sundown and all of them say about you when the cameras aren't on. I care. Let's get into the games. See, I'm the only one that
I don't know what to say because I'm the one who loves production more than you.
I don't know about
and has
that.
known all these wonderful individuals longer.
Nope.
Weird flex.
See, they're clapping.
But okay, that's right, they're clapping,
They're
for,
clapping
me.
for me.
No, they're clapping for me. All right, anyway.
They're clapping because your shoes are off camera. That's why they're clapping.
I guess because, anyway.
No, your shoes are fire, though. No.
Oh, thanks, man. Stop. Okay. All right, here we go, Courage.
Whoa, queue's close in 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
This is it, man. The tail end of NA West coming down here to the wire. The only spots available are 2. We saw the standings not that long ago, but those still very easily could change. A lot of these players trying to eke out as many points as possible via eliminations, high placement, the likes. And right now, every single decision they make is going to dictate whether they move up or down the standings, whether they make a mistake, whether they make a fantastic rotation and pick someone else off, shutting them down and ending their run. This is it.
This is everything that people have worked for. The last chance, all eyes on this region, players across the world who have not been able to qualify today, looking in and on to see who might make it in the final moments here. Stura Mura on your screen. A quick little tag with the combat shotgun there. Obviously has more in the inventory than just that. As he quickly does hit a reload. 39 players left in this lobby. With queues closing in the last couple minutes here, the next couple minutes, it's pretty crazy to think that this is the final moments of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers for solos. As you know, duos going down in a little bit over a week and a half. We'll get back to here.
That's right. Don't forget, those times have been moved. It's now June 20th and 21st.
Yes.
And the times have been pushed back an hour, so make sure you know when to queue. Make sure to set your times. Things are a little bit different. Logos here going to be picked up in the crossfire as now Sturmura making his rotation. Look at all these players, man. This is just chaos. Everyone trying to get themselves to safety.
Yeah, you see Jarvis up in the elimination feed, taking down one. Moog as well in there. Down goes Axel. Stura just staying alive. Keeping options open, looking for shots, and wow, one player lands nearly inside the box. Stura, you saw, immediately spun around and try to put a shot down range, but doesn't actually connect. We're now down to our top 29. Who will make it to the top 25 to earn those placement points? Stura staying active. Want to make sure you don't stay still ever. Even if you're in your own box safe, you never want to stay still. You never know when a heavy sniper could come flying on in with a shotgun combination. One more player. Who will be the one? And that's Perrin, who goes down in 26th to the storm.
Top 25 has been reached. Everyone getting 3 placement points. Top 15 is that next threshold. Top 5 will follow, and the victory royale is worth the big old chunky 10 points. Now Stura here trying to send shots over, finds Jeremy Hacks there. Hacks back to the lobby. And now more will fall. Look at this lobby just thinning out so quickly. Jasper being eliminated there in 17th place. One more player. Whoever gets eliminated is going to miss out on those points. That's Proxy there going down. And look, it just keeps going down. Renegade 464 also being picked off.
Renegade cut down there. You see RJ all the way on the low ground alongside Crispy, who's gotten multiple eliminations so far this game. Jack on the high ground. Great name, but one player all the way in the sky up above everybody, playing that height to their advantage.
Lucid just says, all right, Sura, you've had a great run, friend, but I'm going to go ahead and have to shut you down. Look at the high ground, though. Kunichi up there with the double campfires burning. Biles here going to use that turret there to just give that floor the 1,000 HP just to secure his positioning. And again, man, we're going to see things slow down just a little bit, right, Courage? You know, people don't want to make mistakes. They're looking for top 5. That's when they feel the most confident. They can start making those plays. A huge 78 over on Jack there. Fortunately, he was taken over.
Yeah, Biles with the slurp. Still just ticking. Getting back as much health as possible. Oh! Mid-shadow form gets ripped by that shotgun. Down goes the shields. Thankfully, another slurp in the inventory. Can be popped once the shadow form is ended, but either way, the damage has been done. Biles very weak at the moment. Gonna have to stop and pop the slurp. You see a player with the Boombo on the other side of this wall. That's a very confident challenge, knowing the Boombo does a minimum 100 damage. Biles gets the win. Continue to build on out. Now in the top 5, the final amount of placement points have been earned, and down goes Biles there in the 5th place spot. Konichi still on the high ground. Wastemendu, Rusian, and finally Lucid, the last players remaining.
And Lucid has already shut down several players here. He's got himself in a top 5. Now, what does he do with this advantage? Konichi again on the high ground, 32 builds. Down below, Rusian, 7, 8 elims. Chaining 2, one of them being Lucid, 0 builds right now. It is a 1v1, a massive 124 to the dome piece of Rusian. And now look, Konichi has the health advantage, but gets punished for not building.
He's going to spray it out.
Yeah, I mean, Rusian doesn't have any builds. He literally cannot do anything right now. He has to try and bring Konichi down, but look, Konichi just gets up on the hill and says, nice try. Nice try, Rusian.
If that zone doesn't go up a mountain, different story right there.
Yep.
But unfortunately, you saw right there as the zone moves on up, there's no opportunity to build up and match the player's height. And Konichi knows that, follows it up quite well in the end there. Nice victory royale as we move into our next game. Again, queues are closed, folks. No more opportunity to earn points. Now it just comes down to these last lobbies that were already started before the queue shut down. You already saw Arkham on your screen in this one. Looks like we're going to be hopping on board with Voice. It's a player 1 box over.
7 eliminations already, Courage.
Yeah.
30 players remain, 29 to be exact, here in Storm Circle 5. So we're going to see these lobbies be a little less dense, right? Because these are the final few games of the queue. Remember, you have that 3-hour window or 10 games to play. You can queue up until those last few seconds. And then if you get in those games, you want to play those out, try to farm elims, placement, whatever you can, because every single point matters. Voice going on the offensive there, looking to try and establish himself a nice little home made of metal, nestle himself into safety. Look down below. You got the likes of Arkham 1X in the lobby.
And there's someone trying to bust right into the box right now. Arkham doing everything he can to just defend himself for the moment.
Wow.
And that double-edged sword of popping a campfire looks like it's time to be the one on the aggression. Tries to claim the wall, doesn't wind up working out. Immediately switches to another wall. Look at how fast the builds come through. And now we'll reset as this player has completely left that box. Arkham now pushing for every bit that he can. He knows you need every elimination possible to get those points up to qualify. Heavy snipe comes in, can't get the wall replaced still. So whoever he's facing here doing a great job of stalling, hoping that Arkham just gives it up, and looks like for the moment that's exactly what's going to happen.
So much control coming out of Arkham. Tracking is immaculate. Look at this. He finally closes in on the Penguin.
The same guy.
Yep, that was the same guy.
He
tracked him the entire time.
No, I think he's down to the left.
No, is that not him? Is that not Pinguino?
That's the person. Down here, that's the guy.
No, it was Pinguino. It was Pinguino. I'm pretty sure. You might be right. Anyway, top 25. He's in there now.
He's done it.
He's done it. Man, 10 elims over on Arkham, though. And look, he's got builds for days. Double shadow bombs, 5 campfires. 5.
Yeah. Hey, if he goes to a late game heal-off, he won't lose. I'll tell you that right now.
Drop 4 all around you. It's in the middle.
Drop 4, and I think you just dance.
You just dance. I feel like that's the appropriate thing to do there.
Yeah.
And now look, we're moving over the lava. And you know that means hot feet for everyone that touches lava. That they don't want to do that.
Nope.
They're going to want to make sure to use those materials, build out over the lava, so you do not have to try it. Now, I personally, I love using the lava. It only does a single point of damage, sends you forward, a little bit of control chaos. Now, this player going to get built on. He's going to be in the baller. The baller's going to get cracked. Look, they try to disengage.
Arkham is just W-keying every opportunity that he can right now. 11 eliminations, looking to get every point possible. Picks up 2 rifts and soars to the sky. Arkham in a fantastic position to keep breaking in these points this game. Look at this, every box. He is challenging every box he sees, Zeke.
He wants points. He is so hungry. The fish out of water. The lava has been chumped. He is looking to find more and more eliminations. Noli here from KNG, unfortunately going to meet his end there at the hands of Arkham 1X. 12 eliminations, Scourge. 12. Now he's going to use... it's unbelievable. Look at this. He's going to let someone else.
This is the confidence you love to see in a player. Heavy snipe, can't get into the box, but either way, high ground taken from Arkham. And still with materials for days, 16 players left. 2 more placement points about to be earned if he can live through to the top 15. Broke 1 player's shields, who's dropping all the way down. More challenging. He's going to continue to focus the right way, not tunnel visioning on those eliminations below.
That's
Instead,
what I was going to say.
keeping the focus on the people up top who are the greater threat at taking his high ground. And now look at how high up he is.
Look down below, though, Vinny. He's kind of, depending on where we go, if this continues to move, he's in a really tough spot. He's got to try and get himself up. Or, okay, this is actually moving, going to hug this little edge. He's just going to just roll his way down below. Look at this.
There's not a lot of builds left.
Completely sneaky snaking this. But, yeah, 10 builds. Well, okay. All right, and 15.
Enjoy. Arkham actually wound up using the final rift right there that he had, so really wanting to ensure he doesn't waste a ton of materials. Says, I'll just rift and retake high ground again, because that's the mindset that I'm on right now. Vinny pushing forward, down to 3 builds, 2 builds. That's it. Can no longer defend himself. And with only a common tactical shotgun, this looks quite grim, folks. As Vinny is just stuck here hoping one of these players walks in front of him just like this. Good 78 tag. There's the elimination onto Lair, and some materials. Another player challenges, dodges the trap. Elimination down onto Fisku. Top 7 now in this lobby.
3 back-to-back. There you go, Vinny. And look at this. Arkham again in that high ground position. He's trying to shut down Deuces, who's just 1 tier below. Butterdie is below him, and then everyone else is on the lowest ground. I mean, Arkham is on a spree right now. 12 eliminations. If he hits top 5, a 17-point game minimum. He looks to pick off the player there. Could not quite. No, sorry, look, he's already in top 5. 2 more players.
He's at a 19-point game right now. 19-point game right now. Can he continue this one? Vinny's all the way on the low ground. He's challenging the 1 player on height. Of course, Arkham's going to win this. Okay, got a little quiet there. Got a little intensive for a second. Slowly getting knocked down. 1 versus 1. Arkham continuing to try to keep this height. This player's about to be in the lava. Arkham, 2 builds left. It's going to come down to this. He can't pop the minis. 1 shot, 2 shot. There it is. Arkham, a 14 elimination victory royale. 24 points. Talk about clutch right there, Zeke.
What a massive game, especially here. In the last few moments, you're facing off against players that have similar point values. 24 points. Arkham, you're insane.
Wow.
You're nuts, okay?
Absolutely
Straight
wild.
up.
Into our next game, 29 players left in this lobby. Sinu on your screen. Currently boxed and set on up here. Taking down 1 tree, want to get as much vision as possible. 2 Rift-to-Goes, 3 Shadow Bombs. All the movement you could ever want. Right now, not in the zone, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal for Sinu. Because with those items of utility, can make it there quite easily.
Starts building down, getting ready here because the storm is going to start moving. And now he's going to try and figure out how he wants to navigate this. You said it best. He's got the 2 rifts. He's probably going to be looking to catch players as they use their utility for rotations, whether it be launch pads. A little bit of an awkward bounce there, but maybe it was his intention. He marks where he's going to go ahead and go and use that to his advantage. Boxes up. Okay, all right. This is a fine position. Someone lands in the box. 113, Jay Young. Don't challenge Sinu.
Sinu wins that one and moves 1 step closer to earning those top 25 placement points. Shots coming in from all the way up top.
Another member of KNG, Tavern, excuse me, here. 6 eliminations on him. The loadout's looking phenomenal. Ammo for days. Mats for days.
Yeah.
The question is, how does he want to put this all into effect? How does he unfold his master plan to rack up more points? Because again, this could be his final game that we're tuning into, right? Because the queues are done. We're just kind of getting through some games, highlighting a few more players, and then we'll take a look at the final standings a little bit later on. Cypher going to be picked off just outside top 25. No placement points for him. You got to hope he's found at least a handful of eliminations before being sent back to lobby.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting this far in the game and dropping right outside placement. I talked about it earlier, but it really does mess with your mindset. When you're in a moment like this, you're like, okay, here's my opportunity. Get points on the board. Be in a fantastic position to up that score, and then get cut down just before placement points begin to fold on through. Really no worse feeling. Tavern floating on towards his own, will land in the storm and take 1 tick of 10 damage. That's worth it though. Has established a little bit of extra height over the players on the very bottom lobby and returned some shots back to the player who was shooting down his wall earlier. Oh, beautifully done. Spots one player who was just on the edge of that zone, and he'll continue to put on pressure, and I love this right now, Zeke. You can't ask for anything better. Players who are under 50 HP with the zone at their back having to run right at you.
And this is just free food for Tavern. More eliminations to be racked up, points to be had. Now, if he can hit top 15, 5 points for placement total for him. You see him there on the left side of the screen, but on the right, again, just a refresher, these are the point values, 25, 15, 5, victory hour, are all the placement thresholds. And every elim is a point. Down below, Mouse 1 Toggler in very critical condition. Justin here on the right side of the screen, he's looking pretty healthy. Ethan down below as well is pretty hurt. Justin, though, 1 elim, 9 builds left. Someone hops out of a ball looking to challenge. He gets a great trade out, and he does have the half shield to top himself back off.
I like that.
Dude, he needs to find something.
I like the no hesitation on immediately popping the half shield. You've got zone moving. You want as much health as possible at this point in the game. You don't have a lot of builds. Literally every engagement, you need any advantage possible, and right now 50 more shield could make all the difference. Justin, 3 builds remaining. Player keeping him outside the zone. Great shot onto Free G. We'll grab at least 15 builds.
Oh, that's not much. A failed edit there is going to cost him 10 points of HP for the mistake there. He does have the launch pad, but I don't know how helpful it's going to be right now. Okay, all right.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's not helpful when it's inside your own box. And now with no builds left, Justin is in a point of panic. Yeah, down it goes. A little bit frantic right there. Dropped down the wrong trap, and because of it, does go down. So 8 players left in this game as we continue to push on through towards seeing who will get the victory royale. You've got Seal Mat a level below Tavern. Tavern now beginning to put pressure on. And we'll drop the player down lower. Smart play, keeps high ground, much more safe. Less of an opportunity of someone challenging.
He sees the white damage numbers on the player over one in that 1x1. More damage numbers. Those are blue, so remember those are shield damage numbers. Gonna start to drop back down. This is good. Rejoin everyone else down below playing Fortnite. Now, where is this player? He's hunting them down, Perch. He's still hungry.
Yeah.
He's on the 8 elims. You got to think he's trying to break that double digits.
I'm wondering if he's worried about this build above. Someone did just land on height. That's what I was questioning for a second. Does get challenged, but it's Sinew, and Tavern gets the better of him right there. I thought that was going to spell disaster for Tavern, but it does not. And now we're down to our top 3. Hellboy, Seal Mat, and Tavern fighting for the top spot.
And someone like Seal Mat's been in these positions, right? He's made it into your top 3 several times. He knows how to battle this out immediately. Look at that. Shuts down Hellboy in the 1v1. Now, Tavern standing between him and the 3 extra points from the victory royale. Tavern in the right side, top right. Seal Mat in the bottom right there. Now, if Tavern picks this up, this is a 20-point game for him. If Matt picks it up, it's a 16-point game. And it's Seal Mat who's going to take the game away. Again, Seal Mat's been in these positions before. He knows exactly how to capitalize and how to shut other players down.
And with how quick that player left, I assume they're trying to rush back into
hop back into
queue before that. Because remember, we are looking back about 10-15 minutes ago to where these last games were starting. Probably trying to frantically hop on in. 37 players left in this one. Again, we will have your final placings and the standings here after these last couple games. We'll show you every single person who qualified across the world for the solos competition. Now that we'll know every single one of the 100 players. It's incredible to think about, Zeke. We've made it here. Lupo put it best. The last 2.5 months have led to this point.
That's right, man. 2 spots in NA West, and man, just to think about it, you know, so many players have worked so hard. They've continued to grow over the course of the current 9 weeks. When we do hit that final week of duos, it will be 10 weeks. Just to see everyone grow, improve, level up, it's been a journey, you know. And I think at the end of the day, that's something to look back on and say, you know what, I'm nasty now.
I'm nasty now.
My gameplay is soggy.
It is soggy. People have very soggy gameplay out there.
I've heard about that. Yeah. I've heard many people say that. No Dr. Lupo, I've heard people say that. You're just old right now. That's all it is. 35 players in the current lobby. 10 more need to fall before top 25. Flock's inventory.
Oh, it seems like this player in the wood box here has been the one team from everyone. You must drop now, as all turn their attention towards Frost. As unfortunately, there's no way you're stopping that much spam, my friend. 32 left right now. 2 shadow bombs available. As now, players continuing to prepare for these storms to begin to move.
Here we go. Hopping down below, you see WBG Viz here. I'm curious to see what the loadout. You can see he's got the heavy sniper. Look at this. Golds for days.
He's played solid gold mode. That's what's happening right here.
He's got himself the bandages if things get a little bit dicey, and of course the minis are going to help as well. Nothing in the ways of mobility, at least it doesn't appear that way, unless he does have launch pads and that visual bug is just hiding them from us. Makes things more intense. 31 players left. Hops in! S2's mode just gets demolished.
Clean shot with the combat shotty right there. One clean motion. You love seeing stuff like that. Legendary combat shotgun just showing how good it is. Whether it's up close and personal or from medium to longer ranges, still gets the job done. Rifts going off, launch pads being placed, shadow bombs being popped. It's an all-out sprint to the next zone as people fight for the best position.
The question would be, where do we go from here? Do we keep going south into Neil Tilted? Now, I believe Pasty there is going to be picked up due to storm damage. Zenst here must have gotten a little bit of damage over on that player. Don't forget that new timer is up to 60 seconds. If someone is eliminated, you get that elimination credit. It's very, very helpful there in securing things. 28 players. Sense is sensing himself in top 25. Boom, immediately there.
That was a stretch. We can agree.
All right. I'll give it.
Sense is sensing himself for the top 25.
I didn't expect it to just pop there. It was like 3 people were just instantly eliminated, so I just kind of jumped the gun. I should have made the joke a little earlier there. Macy here going to be picked up. Rusian going to be picked up. And look at this. Sense up on the high ground. Well, you know, this is his high ground now.
Yeah, I guess that's how that works. Playing from height, drum gun, 600 shots.
Wow.
On the high ground.
You know, the shotgun ammo, it's a little sparse right now. 25, it's enough to get the job done, but he can't spend too many, you know, if players are rifting up the sky, he can't send extra out.
On height at this point is actually where you'd go through the majority of your shotgun ammo, so I completely agree. You might be thinking, well, there's only like 15 people left. How much ammo could you really need? Well, when you have height in the late game and everyone's flying around and you're putting shots down range,
you're using at least 3.
The new custom is using shotgun ammo. But as I say that, he puts the drum gun to use, so Zen's keeping watch of that ammo himself, making the best plays possible with the different weapons in his arsenal.
He does have the 600 rounds. You mentioned it earlier, a 50 drum mag over on the drum gun. He's going to start putting it to work here, just trying to harass Flick, making him, you know, trying to dictate what Flick is doing, how he's moving, and when. Observers, you guys are just showing off here in the final few moments of this game. 10 players left. Viz finds Flick, though, with a Flick shot. I don't know what's going on with me right now. 7 eliminations over on Viz.
Respect it.
You know, I just feel like
my box.
Double 80s. Nah, BB. I'm sorry. It's going to be back to lobby for you, BB.
Maxed out brick from that, too. So back up to over 50 builds. One player just in front. Again, you can tell Viz has the same mindset as what we saw earlier from Arkham. I have to challenge every player if I want to qualify. At this point, I need the best. I need every elim here, plus a victory royale if I want to have any chance.
And you know these players are actively looking at the leaderboard. They're actively pulling up and saying, where am I? Who is ahead of me? How many points do I need to close that distance? Or how many do I need to jump up? Am I in contention? Are we at tiebreakers? What is the difference right now? He's going to drop down immediately. Finds an elimination. Lopez 8, or Lopeza, YouTube.
Up the mountain.
All right, Zen still up on the high ground. Viz there closing the gap. Crayon there as well. Proverbs, he's got himself the ball, gets cracked, and look at this HP. He is critical. He's going to fall there. 3 players left, Courage.
Yeah, Viz at the bottom right of your screen. Zen still playing from the high ground. Crayon with shots coming in. All challenges come on to Viz, and Zen just says, hey, you guys fight. I'll come clean up whoever's left. And that's exactly what happens. Ending the game with a max 200 HP. Brilliantly done right there from Zenz. Keeping the height and dropping in when the time comes. Doesn't get much better than that as we prepare for our next game. Zeke, I think we're coming down towards the end here. Are you going to shed a tear?
Probably, man. Probably. It's so strange to think about. I remember at the beginning of all this, I was like, man, 10 weeks, you know, that's a long time. I did it before in Summer Skirmish, and it was long, and you know, I blinked, and then suddenly here we are, week 9. It's almost all said and done. Of course, we still have the finals that I'm, of course, looking forward to.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for an event than the World Cup Finals.
Man.
It is going to be absolutely insane.
I don't think the Fortnite fam is ready for how crazy the finals are going to be.
Yeah. It should be nuts. I know, I'm sure Epic's going to pull out all the stops for it. Make sure it's quite the spectacle because, man, $30 million in prize money or whatever it is, plus the beautiful venue we're going to be in, New York City, the height of the summer. I mean, are you kidding me?
I look forward to it. Think about it often. And, of course, you know, it's going to be super fun casting those games. But for now, we got to live in the moment, Courage. We got to see what's going on with these players. Blixifire, he's on the 3 limbs. There's still 40 other players he could potentially, you know, devour for more points. One here. Nishi is just going to get picked off immediately. Look at this. Baller just going to go over, pick up all the loot. Nom, 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 nom. You know, okay, I was going to say, if I'm someone else watching this, you got to crack the Baller immediately. Don't let him get away with this for free. At least break the Baller. Force him to use those materials he just picked up. And that is exactly what happens.
The Baller health updates have been great. They made them much more reasonable and competitive. And you see right there, a moment one player can peek on out and just immediately cut down that Baller, and now one less is available. Look at the full lobby. Nolan, 42 points. And knowing where some of the other players are stacking up point-wise, Nolan's probably a little bit far off from qualifying. Would need maybe the best game ever from here on out.
I mean, he would need to start a spree immediately. Looking at the loadout, it's a little sparse. I mean, dualies are great, but you just got to make sure you're up close, you're landing those headshots, and you can just shred someone's HP.
Yep.
Someone goes for the challenge of 127 with the tack. The dualies are coming out. He wants to challenge, going to go try and punch through this metal. He needs to try and do it fast. Do not let the HP bar tick up. He gets the wall replaced. The player defensively comes out with the wall ramp. Look at this. They're hugging, and another ramp comes out. The trap against the wall. Okay.
Dodges.
It's okay.
Dodges.
Fine.
Dodges. These are the best players in the world. Zeke, they know how to dodge those traps. 29 players left.
You ever feel like it's like, you know, when you go to like a movie and you put on the 3D glasses and it's like it's in your face? That's what happens every time a trap comes out. I think it's like,
right there.
It's going to be me that's eliminated.
Yeah.
I get like flashbacks of all the times I've been eliminated via traps. All too many.
Dude, they are the most, like, the toughest way to drop. It used to be like much more humiliating when it happened because the trap used to have to be placed on a fully set wall, and it would take the time to obviously go with that. But now, with how fast the traps can go down for 150 damage, they're one of the best defensive tools when someone's aggressively pushing into your box, and that's a beautiful rocket right there.
Wow. The massive, that was huge. Blixifire is shut down, and if that was his last game, that's it. He cannot rack up any more points.
Nope.
Great angle there. Caminus there on just below the tarp. Zed there. Oh my gosh, look at the HP. Just gone. That's it. Vinny Recon there. So many names. Maximos in this. Harrians is in this. People contesting for those 2 spots available. And look at this. We hop in, of course, with Harrians. 3 elims.
71 points.
This could go any way, man. If Harrians could just drop a massive game here, find elims, at least 5 more, let's say, at minimum.
I mean, have we seen anyone near 80 points? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So obviously we don't know the official standings yet. We'll give them to you in just a few minutes. But right now, looking at all things considered, Harrians has been in the top 10 throughout the day. Right now, still 73 points as he gets 2 more for placing top 15. Tries to drop the player in from up top. 9 builds left. Harrians wants to pop this other mini. And from here on out, I think it's going to all come down to just good use of the weapons that he has. Tac shotgun comes in. Only gets a brief little tag. Nothing too much on that player down below. You shadow bomb away. Harrians cannot finish up that elimination. He's made it to the top 11. Now challenges all the way to the low ground. A rocket does connect, but he gets some health on the elim. Knight, though, takes Harrians down from the back, and here are your final 9 players in this game. Borrow all the way on the high ground.
So we got to remember, 75 points is where Harrians is at right now. As we look at other players, just peek down. So Nolan is right now 49. He's very well and far away from Harrians. So right now, I think, I don't remember the standings. I've been so focused on these games. Nolan here, he needs to make the play of his life. Knight goes down. Nolan is 1 elimination away. There it goes. Herbley goes down to Tokata. Shuts him down. He's got the placement points. He needs to make the play of his life right now, Courage.
Starts with that. First shots come in. Rocket now out. Second elimination comes through.
He got both.
Siege J goes down. Nolan, 53 points again. Still don't think it's going to be enough, but at this point, it's valiant efforts. Playing for pride. Rocket comes through. Doesn't knock a player down. Only 1 build left. He hears the mini being popped. He knows the person's got to be weak. Oh, they're just below. Great challenge from...
Oh, my God! The flick shot over on Barrel!
Cracks him right there. The tree up above. Is this about to drop this player down?
I believe so.
Drop the player down?
Yeah, it should, unless he's got built.
Here
he goes! Oh, my God!
Wow. A clean shot from Nolan on the Takata, the victory royale. Unfortunately for him, 58 points, probably not enough. Either way, great final performance.
Absolutely mind-blowing games out of NA West. But for now, guys, we're going to send it back in the studio. Let's go meet up with Dr. Lupo and see what's up.
NA West, absolutely ridiculous. Nolan literally owning the entire endgame there, putting on an excellent show. The choice to rocket at just the right time, drop players in from above. Wild combat shotgun shots. You love to see it. And that actually is the final game for NA West that we're going to show you, which means it's time to take a look at the standings in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're going to throw to a break. Sorry to debate you a little bit, but I had to do it.
Oh no, I just heard somebody snipe. Oh no.